Hi guys, this is Just with a quick message before we get started. Right now, I'm offering a 2-question reading. All you have to do is click the link below. No hassle, no fuss. Click that link, make your quick payment, and immediately you'll be scheduled for your reading. And that's it. If you're interested, you know what to do. Click that link below. Yeah, and we'll set something up real soon. Otherwise, on with your reading. Take care, guys. Hi, Taurus. This is Just with your January 2018 reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So, Taurus, I have to make sure that I'm adding an upbeat music and energy to your reading because some of you are definitely there's a lot going on. Let's say that there's a lot going on for some Tauruses here, but it's what I would call the wrap up. So hopefully I will remember to tag it that because this is what you would call to me a wrap up. Now, I feel like some of you have taken on 2 jobs. You know, we always kind of focus on work right quick. So let's get into that. I feel like some of you have been working with 2 jobs or taking on your own business and a job or that sort of thing. But there's been 2 kind of forms of income coming in and you've really built your capital. Some of you have gained almost like 80% of income, you know, with these 2 ways of making money, and you can. So if you've been thinking about it, stop thinking about it and get proactive. New beginnings is where you guys are, where your mind has been. New beginnings, but new things and new hopes for your workplace. Probably wanting to kind of move on from all the chaos that you have going on in work, because it looks like there's a lot of chaos, a lot of bickering, a lot of fighting. I don't know Tauruses of any that I know of that participate in any type of muddiness in the workplace, unless you have to be shrouded with maybe Pluto, Uranus, something that kind of gets your goat. But you guys are very stable. So I kind of see this as being something around you. And it's kind of making you feel like, I don't know what the hell to do. You know, again, there's that pushing you to change when you're not ready to change, right? Someone did mention that, well, actually Uranus, the effects of Uranus isn't going to be felt into May. That actually isn't true. If you pay attention to energy, even if it's not about planets or alignment, energy comes to you sorry guys, energy comes far ahead than when you see it in your face, right? You can feel it, you can sense it. You start seeing little nuances that gives you clues to where it's about to head. If you pay attention. So it's always out there. And yes, I personally in the cards, as well as in people that I know, have felt, having known these people for so long and seeing the little changes in their mind and aspects happening to them, that really does promote, you know, Uranus coming to town. So it is happening for some of you guys, not for everyone clearly, but for some of you, yes, if you pay attention, it's very subtle, but it's there. And mind you, it's been in your subconscious, you know, on a lesser degree with you having Sun in Taurus. So it's kind of been there with it being in Aries, but it hasn't made you jolt. Now with it being in the sun sign, I always see the sun sign as literally being that activation to just about everything. So that's a whole different energy. Now, that being said, I had to address that. There's this confusion of, again, not really knowing where you're going to go, what you want to do. Some of you really feel trapped and stuck, like you feel trapped and stuck. Some of you want to make moves, but it's just like your mind is not right. You're not very comfortable with it. Here's the problem. There's no groundedness here. Your groundedness, which if you make a decision and just stick with it, you'll start to feel like yourself again and you'll gain momentum, but you're kind of not comfortable. You don't feel stable in a decision. And so that's kind of almost making you to some extent feel paralyzed. I do feel like some of you could have been trying to either start eating right, clean your diet, change some kind of ways about yourself to kind of get balanced again. But you just can't get away from the worry and the stress and feeling overwhelmed by a lot of things. And again, it doesn't just have to be work. It could be work, home life, you know, so many different things going on that your head is like spinning, or you just feel very self-conflicting to some extent. And it could have a lot to do with, you know, some aspects. I mean, we do have Jupiter and Mars opposing you guys right now. And I'm not an astrologer, but I kind of mentioned certain things just to give you an aha moment of like, yeah, this could have something to do with me. Now, as it relates to you guys personally, along with all of that, wasn't enough, right? I do feel like some of you guys are at your wits' end with something in particular, okay? And you see how we shift from trying to focus at work to it quickly just being a general theme in your life, because I'm feeling very heavy that it could be about it could be work, but it could be work and then this and life and making a decision and where do we go. It's bigger than just whatever that situation is, because it's calling upon you to make some life changes that makes it all feel heavy, right? So there is something that you feel like you're at your wit's end with, you're done. But you're not able to kind of make a move. You have to see things differently in order to get on the other side of it. And you have to let something go. And in that sacrifice, there is hardship. There's pain. Some of you have to realize that, hey, I've been working at this job forever. I love doing what I'm doing, but I can't work here anymore. I can't work with them. I can't do this anymore. It's not healthy for me. It's not conducive to where I am in my life right now. It goes against ... I can't take this anymore. So there's that. So knowing that there's this sacrifice that needs to happen, it really is, I feel on an emotional level, it's putting you in a place of feeling, not so great. Now, external to you, there could be people that's getting cut at your job left and right. Some of you could be very conflicted by that people are leaving. It's very chaotic at your job. You may be, up at night trying to figure out, where do I go? What do I do? That sort of thing. And people around you are leaving. I feel like some people are getting written up. Some people, bringing out lawsuits, like it's every man for himself type of thing. And I feel like you have to pay attention, because there is a particular person that may either they have an inside track, or if the calmest person in your environment, and this doesn't have to be work, but whatever you're going through, whoever's the calmest person kind of see it. And here's the thing, it doesn't mean that you have to collab with them, but I would try to get inside and try to figure out some things, because they may know some stuff that you don't know. They may be able to help you in a way that you don't know. So if you feel like everyone's falling out of the sky, what do I do? But then there's this calm person, or someone that is almost not relishing, but they're okay in the midst of all of this storm. Go to them, because they could say, yeah, such and such is hiring, or, I'm going to ... whatever. They can give you some form of help in the midst of all this. So talk to people, but also make sure you talk to those who are in an opposite energy than you. Not someone that's as frantic and stressed out as you are, but someone that's doing good. Align yourself with those people, because they're going to help pull you out of the wreckage. Okay. Remember I said that. Now, I do see a lot of, people getting cut. Some of you guys are definitely losing your job. But I see cuts all over. So I guess this first quarter, it's going to be off with your heads. There's a lot of, governmental changes going on. So, and you're about to have so much energy going into Capricorn. So there will be this unabashed, just like you turn around and your neck is flying across the way and you're still blinking, but your body is detached from your head. Like, it is going to get that brutal out here when you have focuses of Scorpio and Capricorn. To me, two of the most, I won't say vicious, but very unabashed and very they're just very potent, in my opinion. Those two signs are very potent. So when you have those two, so many planets focusing in that energy, yeah, there will be a lot going on. Now, again, with these cuts, I do see that some of you, now, if you being stressed out and all of the stuff happening to you, it's going to get better. Excuse me, you're going to gain control. You're going to kind of get your wits about yourself. You're going to put love on the back burner, or whatever emotionally has you hung up, because the emotional part, you're not able to reconcile. And so it kind of is having you all kind of caught up with everything else that's going on. So you kind of can't pin something down, but you'll get there. Okay. So be gentle on yourself. Don't stress yourself out about it. You will be okay. And I feel like it's like literally going to be like night and day. It won't exactly be, but it may feel like that. And it may seem like that to others, because you're going to get your footing. You're going to put, whatever's been hurting you and make you feel some kind of way, you're going to put that on the back burner, and you're going to get active, and you're going to stay on top of all of these things that's like overwhelming you right now, you're going to get on top of those things. Okay. And it's like whatever's happening around you, because I really feel like it has a lot to do with Uranus. I don't know where that would be in your chart. Clearly, it's in your subconscious. If you have Taurus in the first house, it does affect you guys with Taurus sun to a lesser degree and moon. But whatever your rising sign is, you would have to find out where that Aries placement is. But there will be the effects of Uranus kind of falling and hitting you guys. Let it subside. Let it do what it needs to do. Because again, like I say, on the other side, I feel like 7 weeks in, things will really calm down. Okay. And I want to say around Aries season. So late March is when things I feel will start to subside and calm down for some of you. Okay. It can happen as early as Pisces season. So, late February into early March. So it could happen as soon as February. Now, I feel like some of you will quickly, if you've lost your job, you will find new employment. You will be in training, that sort of thing. And it's like literally night and day. It literally would be like someone just blew all the dust, off the desk, and now you can start anew. So even with all of this that you're going through, be proactive, put your resumes out. Like I said, reach out to those people who, you feel like, okay, they're doing okay. Let me reach out to those people. And then once you get on the other side of all of this stress, then you'll be right in line for the timing for you to get your job and everything to move forward seamlessly, because your outward cards are amazing. I feel like once you guys kind of transition, once the dust settles from all of this cutting at your job and people getting let go, or you getting let go, and then now you haven't looking for a new job. Once you get that, it's like a whole new world is about to hit you, especially once time we get, I want to say the first 8 days of like April. I'm getting April, or I feel more April because I'm getting like summer months. But you'll be doing really well. And within this, 2018, you guys will progressively make more money and become more financially stable. So I do see that, but it will require for you guys to kind of not necessarily stick to what because with Uranus coming in, there will be some shakeups and changes, but, taking the leaps and moving forward in spite of, like you guys will do at times. Now, as it relates to life period, this can apply to life. So this is not just clearly about, work, but you can apply to any part of your life. Someone could be leaving the nest. I see here. I see that there could be court situations. So some of you could have some tax issues that you have to pay out. And if you are going through any type of logistics at this time, you may feel like, okay, this person is going to win and all of this stuff, but let it play out, because on the flip side of it, once it's all said and done, you're going to be in a better place than you were before. Okay. That's the theme right now. It's like, it's a wrap up. So it's wrapping up all of the negative and the bad things, and that needs to happen for there to be a new beginning and a start of something fresh. Maybe I should call it the cleanup, right? But it's that type of thing. It's like a cleanup. It's a wrap up. It's doing away with the old and kind of forcing the new on you. You've been thinking about it, but it's just been conflicting and don't know what to do to how to get there. Well, the aspects are coming along to help force you into that. And although it feels very chaotic, it'll settle and things will get better. So just remember I said that, and you could apply that to any part of your life. Now let's get into love, right? Now, for you guys that are couples, I feel like there could have been some situations with family, right? Some of you may want to depart from your family. And when I say that, meaning you may want the kids out of the house. Okay. Because I mean, even though I'm saying relationship, this type of relationships has something to do with family. So there's a wanting to kind of leave and start over again, and leave behind the drama, the stress, the aggravation, but not really knowing, again, how to get there, what to do with it. Some of you are not able to understand that you're going to have to bust a move. You are going to have to you may not ever get to a place of comfort enough to have to bust a move. You understand? You may not feel like your plan is tweaked enough. You may not feel, comfortable enough. You may not feel secure enough, but you still may have to bust a move. And it's pretty, it's either you do it on your own or it's going to happen to you, because I do see energy where it can happen to you or you could do it yourself. So there's that. Once you get over, okay, something where it felt like, okay, you were working things out with each other, things were working out, and now it's like this person, it's like you don't even know them anymore. It's like, who in the hell are you? And this person is going through it. Some of you could be dealing with someone that has addiction issues, commitment issues. It could be logistic issues, so legal issues. This person is tied up for one way or another, okay, by choice or by force. And I feel some of you just want to be done with it. If you're connected to someone where it's like, you just can't get it right. I've been in this long enough. I'm done. You have to leave. You have to make the sacrifice. I feel that some of you know that you have to do it because the other person won't. They're just going to keep running you around in a circle. But you're going through your process of loss, because for you, it is like a death. It is a severe loss. Not that you have the death card yet, but there is, to me, from what other cards I see here, a loss. The other person is feeling that way too. They feel very much like there's a loss, but I feel sometimes I read this card of like a person is completely done. I feel like some people that are going through this, breakup, you guys are taking it far more serious than they are. I feel like, yes, they understand that they leave. They're not as consistent. And there may have been talks of like, we need to get a divorce. We need to get separated. But that other person feels like at some point in time, you guys will be able to work things out. I just don't feel like, they may feel like, give her this amount of time or give him such and such and we'll be okay again. Like they're still hopeful that there's going to be an opportunity down the line. Like they're hopeful for that. And I do kind of like see you guys just waiting around, just kind of counting off all of the things that they've done. And you have a new opportunity. You just have to kind of, like I said, you have to bust a move. And I feel like you guys are going to get your wits about yourself. You will get your wits about yourself. You will kind of let that situation go. You will start to focus more on the practical aspects of your life. Some of you will start to get social again. And once you do that, once you step your toe out the door, forget about it. It'll be, social city, date city. But be very careful, because the people that's interested, they only want one thing. They're not really interested for anything long term, But I feel like a lot of you guys will start to become more interested in building yourself and not necessarily being so wrapped up in, trying to connect with yet another person is what I'm kind of getting here. Now, other couples that aren't in danger of, such, extremes, I feel like there could be wanting to possibly travel with your mate. You can't do it. Your mate has to work. You're worried because there could have been like an event or something that you had to do together and now they can't come and you have to kind of like not go and sacrifice being away from your mate. Your mate may travel a lot. They may be at this aspect like you're kind of, you're tired of it, or you may be in this new realm with your mate of like, now they travel. I barely see them. We barely see each other, that sort of thing. I feel like they will try to make things up and make amends with you when they get back. Okay. I don't think you're going to be very receptive to it. It can even create an argument, or a fallout, because they feel like, hey, I'm doing the best that I can. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I'm doing what I can do, but I feel like you just feel emotionally left out. You feel emotionally disconnected from this person. And I feel like this person has their own issues. Like they've dealt with some losses and some disappointments, and they've had to kind of like rebalance themselves and deal with some karma that's been on them and kind of having to pay back some karma. And now they're on the other side of it. So now they're like, okay, how some people, they go through a traumatic situation. It's like, I'm never going to put myself in that situation again. So they work themselves to death so that they'll never feel like they're poor again. They'll, whatever, they'll work themselves out to death because they never want to get sick again, whatever. So this person may be holding tight to that. And I do feel like there will be some form of a disconnect, and some of you and both of you will kind of start to go into your own corners. You'll start to just be really focused on what you're doing. And I feel like there'll be an opportunity for you guys to get together and want to go out and spend time and that sort of thing. And feels more to me like couples that are dating, not necessarily living together, but you could be living together. But again, there's just this very independent energy sprinkled into your relationship is what I'm getting. So he will or she will want to kind of extend themselves again, because you're going to have, like, you've been complaining and stressing and now you're going to be like, well, you know, forget about it. And then as soon as you do that, then all of a sudden they're going to want to come around and they're going to want to make amends and that sort of thing. Okay. Others of you that are, I don't really see anything as far as this particular spread about a threesome situation or anything like that. This is looking very, and if it was, it's over. Okay. Because someone's just like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. And there may be like, no, you know, I won't do it anymore, that sort of thing. And the person's just like, I don't care. You know, I'm done. I'm done. And you have to give, if you've been in a threesome situation and you got out of it, kudos to you. But continue to give yourself some time. You may need a whole year of just keeping someone at afar. And I'm not saying for everyone to take this literal. You should know if this applies to you 100%, because you need to sift through. You know, you need to really disconnect from that person. If you still got any remnants of feelings or connections to that person, you may find it very difficult for you to attract someone who's not like that person, who's not someone who, you know, is not really capable or at a space in their life where they want to be committed. And you may attract someone that always just wants to, you know, incorporate you and another person and that sort of thing. So, you know, give yourself the appropriate time. Be honest with yourself. Let your, you know, say to yourself, if you feel that you're still disconnected to that person, you know, do what you need to do to disconnect from that person. And then, you know, allow yourself to take other people serious, unless someone proves that, you know, hey, I'm completely serious. And that's something completely different. But just be mindful, you know, once you break up, you know, you will start to attract people that pretty much can mimic that person. So that's what I have for you guys. And not everyone's breaking up, obviously. Some of you will be working things out. But when you do work things out, I feel like what you'll take away from this is, you know, my happiness and my emotional fulfillment comes within. Doing things by yourself, for yourself, with yourself, and incorporating people into your life. That even goes to your children. I don't care who's in your life, because Taurus can at times live for other people, live to, you know, make you feel good, and because you expect that in return. Some Taurus, especially if you have Neptune or Pisces sitting on you, but doing things by yourself, you know, is going to be very beneficial for you guys, because Uranus is coming into town, and that's a very independent, you know, I need my space, give me some elbow room type of a planet. And if you don't embrace it, it will put you in positions where you will find yourself, you know, doing just that, because people will be getting taken away. Circumstances will be changing, and you'll find that a lot of things that you've had to go through, you've had to go through it on your own. So embrace that, you know, and, you know, share this person with your life, but don't make them, you know, your life, which you guys understand what I'm saying. So that's what I have for you guys for January 2018. Hopefully this has not been too long. If you would like to comment below, let us know how this all works. Please let me know. I would love to hear from you. If you would like something personal from me, I am leaving a link in the description box below, as well as beginning and end to this video. And if you are new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Taurus.